Okay, draft 2, watering the plants. Here we go. Here is what we call the front garden. When we say front garden, we usually mean this thing. Basically, what you want to do is water that spot for 30 minutes. And here's the trick right here. It's, see this hose? This goes to that garden right there. It's very simple. You can feel under here there's a switch. It goes straight in line with the hose. Do that for 30 minutes and like set a timer, and then when you're done, shut it off and all that. So that's pretty basic. Let's get the hose, show you some basic stuff. So I had like 30 minutes of videos where I realized when I was done, and it was just stupid. So anyways, it's hard to do this because I have one hand. Okay, so shower setting. This is for the front veggies. Give these, just give everything a good soak. Really good soak. More than, good soak. I don't have any editing ability at the moment because my laptop is screwed. So to do these bushes, hold on, resuming. Okay, what I do with the bushes and things is I put it on jet. See the setting? See how this thing clicks and moves? I think you know already. I make sure these three get extra. Like make it so that the water's really pooling. The water's really pooling. Extra. These three, and the rest of these just go like that. It's no big deal. And these things get it. Like that. Maybe use a little bit of a gentler spray, I don't know. I'm just trying to do it quick. Alright. All the way down, get all these with the jet. Let's see, make sure. Make sure you get these little ones down here. Again with the jet. Make it pull up really, really good because it's kind of flat and they need it. These things need to grow. I kind of neglected them for whatever dumb reason. So, don't be afraid to soak these suckers. They're not gonna get waterlogged and die. Just go nuts. That's pretty good right there. Make sure everything is, gotten like that. Everything in pots is sprayed, of course. Oh, this gets a good spray too because it hasn't been very green lately because I haven't been watering it enough. But just soak this sucker. There's that. All right. With the grass strip, what I do is I pull the hose out as much. See how the hose is all spread out? It's easier than don't wrap it up on the thing. Don't bother. Just lay it out like this when you're done. It's much easier. Okay. With this, what I do is I set this to full. See, and this will make it easier to soak this on the full setting. And that way nothing's going to die. And luckily it's not going to be too hot anyways. But, good soak. Especially this part right here. This seems to die faster for some reason than everything else. I already did this yesterday, but Can't do too much with. You can't really overwater things. Basically, it's just you don't want to use too much water because water is expensive because we live in the city. But don't worry. Just everything that I'm doing, soak. Make sure everything's super soaked. Super soaked. And that keeps it from dying in the mid-afternoon sun. Get some more hose here. Make sure when you pull this thing, you pull it on the ground so it doesn't, it'll loop over and break things. Just do it. Pull the hose like this. See how it makes it a little easier trying to fight the hose. Okay. So basically these are done. These flowers, these lilies are not going to sprout anymore, but keep the greens watered anyway. Just good. And these, I think these are irises. I'm not sure. Just water them anyways, so they don't die. It's not good for them to die. And soak this, of course. Everything gets a good soak. And then over to here. This side, of course. Soak. I've got it on the full setting still. Soak. This is tedious, but I don't know. It's slightly enjoyable, I think. Boy. All right, I've got it extended to about here. This is pretty good. This is just spiderwort. You don't really need to water it that much. Just make sure that it's all about the grass, really. Soak. I wish I had the, I could edit this to make it faster and less terrible, but I don't really. I don't have an iPhone and my laptop needs to be fixed. So anyways, I'm trying to do this fast. Gotta love these cars going by. So these lilies. Okay, so these lilies, definitely a good soak because they're still blooming. Give this ball of lilies a big soak, right? And of course you're still soaking the grass, all that good stuff. Good soak. At the end of the cord, so to speak, because I didn't stretch it out more. So what I usually do is I put it on jet, see, and then you can get right to the end. You don't have to go crazy, just make sure it gets kind of covered, you know. It's kind of fun in a way to do this every day, kind of meditative, kind of zen. So again, this is a lily ball around the rock. Give this a good soak because they're still blooming. Make sure it's on the bottom, not up here, because that'll, you know, decapitate them. There we go. All right, that's that. Everything's good and soaked. Okay. God damn. All right. These are what we call the step gardens. So basically what you want to do, hello sparrow. You want to give these a sweeping spray. I forget what these flowers are called. Camille told me, I forgot. Spray with the jet. Again, always towards the bottom, not up high, just always towards the bottom. Soak. These two, give them a little, you know, soak. You can do this from the stairs too. You don't have to do it. Especially, oh yeah, this tier, these especially, because see the lilies? Yeah, these definitely need a good soak. So, avoiding the, you know, I guess I'm not doing it right, but basically, these are lilies. So yeah, definitely give these a good soak. They're still blossoming. We actually, you're probably wondering why this screen is here. Guess who was destroying flowers? He destroyed nine of these flowers. Yeah. she was pissed. I was pissed. So anyways, so this is the garden that you activate every day for 30 minutes. The front garden. What I do, even though it's being watered with the hose, is what we do is we spray each beautiful orchid lily thing. So like there's that, and then it's so hard to do this with one hand. Just basically hitting this stuff at the bottom. Soak. See this thing in the cage? Soak. Anything that's like, you know, in a cage or whatever, or a pot, definitely water it. And this is special. This is the orchids. You see the tiger lilies. Water the crap out of the bottom of them. And over there's that. I forget what that is. This tall thing, I think it's butterfly bush. I'm not sure. And then that thing over there. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Just get the stuff that looks like it's there very intentionally with a frame or a pot or whatever. All this tall stuff. Get this stuff. Alright, and definitely these are the daisies. Get that. I'm doing this all with the jet. Soak. Here we go. That's good. This, Pachysandra. That's pretty much it for the front. Take 2, backyard. Basically, what I have set up for you, what I've discovered is actually the best system for watering back here, is I have this laid out so it's like optimal soakage here. So I turn this on, and half hour for this. Half hour definitely. It should soak everything pretty good. And yeah, time it, 30 minutes. So let's see. That's gonna soak, and then when you're done, or while it's doing it. But I would say let it soak for 30 minutes first. Like time it. That would be the first thing to do, and then I would suggest doing the touch-up stuff. Basically, it's going to miss all this stuff. So what I would suggest is putting it on shower. And then, just basically you want to hit stuff so that you can see that it's pooling a little bit. See how it's pooling? Just keep doing this. And you won't have to do it that much because it's not going to be that hot, luckily, thank goodness. But pool, get little pools, see the little pools. And just do this whole thing so it's nice and quenched. Because like I said, the hose isn't going to get everything. I wish I had a better setup, but it's been like too busy and too hot and too tired and all that shit. So see, good soak here. This gets all the grass. It's all the grass. All right. Okay. So after you're done with, getting the ends of the grass, you want to do is just soak all these things. This thing, I forget what it's called. It might be a mountain laurel, I'm not sure. Probably not. This rhododendron, good soak. I would suggest maybe switching it to full to do this, so that you can get it better. And there's a little one here too, a little rhododendron that's kind of covered up. But good soak at the roots. And over here, son of a bitch. See, the hose is going to kink. Yes, it's a kinky hose. So what I do is again, it's still on full, and I just kind of give all the potted stuff a good, little feel. This little thing over here. This is on full. Itchy, itchy. The apple tree, good soak. I'd say about 30 seconds on each thing. This, just soak it. All the pots, good soak. Soak, soak, soak. I already did this stuff yesterday, so I don't know, it's kind of extra. I think you can reach it with the full, but yeah, okay, I can reach it. You want this 4 wisterias. You want to get each root, you know, about 10 seconds on each one, I guess. That's pretty good. I forget what these things are called. Alright, that's pretty much it. And then you want to just give everything a sweeping soak. So I put it on shower, see? And then this is just to cover all the iris. These are all irises, basically. You know, just give them a drink. That's pretty much it for that. Yeah. And then over to here, it's, you know, same thing. Use the shower always for pots, I would say. Probably the best thing to do. Okay. This is Cleome, I believe. And this is the blueberry that could. I think I can. And when I do this over here, that's when I usually do the chicken water. And what I suggest with the chicken water is you dump it. Now, I don't know what your ick factor is, but I clean it with my hand, or you can like use a glove or whatever. I don't know. It gets all the, you know, because they've got their faces in it all day, so it's going to be icky, and they're scratching and all that stuff. So it gets full of gunk. So just dump it, refill it, right to the top, just like always. That's pretty much how that works. She likes me to keep these raspberries alive. So what I do is I put this on jet, and then you're basically just soaking the bottoms of all of these. This is the dogwood. You want to get that a good soak. You know, about 20 seconds or so. See how it's pooling. Oops. So yeah, hit the bottom of every one of these. Get them a good little bit of water. Don't go crazy. Just enough so that they're drinking it up. And don't do this what I'm doing right here. Always try to get the bottoms, not the tops, because you, like, I don't know, knock things loose or whatever. Just spray, 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 spray. Pretty good. Also, you could feel free to put water on the compost a little bit, because it helps everything to cook, you know. Just do this a little bit every day. Alright. Alright, now the rhodos. What I do... Oh, son of a bitch. Okay. This hose is still on jet. What I do with the rhododendrons is so hard to do one-handed. I give this a good squirt. I'd say each one... I'd say about 30 seconds at least. Each one. Yeah, definitely 30 seconds. So as you can see, I'm just doing the same thing for each one. Okay, now for these things, I switch this thing to shower, and then and then, you know, soak. Pretty good. Everything gets a nice little soak. Because this thing doesn't quite get everything, I usually do this whole, wherever there's green, just soak. This rhododendron in particular needs extra because of this guy, so I'd say about a minute. See how the water's pooling? Just keep spraying the back because gravity will pull the water down and all that stuff. Soak, soak, soak. About a minute. I already did this last night, but spend like a minute watering this thing. This thing, 10 seconds. It doesn't need that much, but needs some. And of course, the garden, the yellow hose doesn't get all this stuff. So I would say soak the end like this. As you can see, there's still some grass seeds that didn't germinate, and I think they still could, but anyways, this is what it can't do. Yeah. So all this just gets a really good soak. Alright. Now, the garden. Same thing. Shower. Everything gets a good little soak. Just make sure everything's really, really, really wet. That's about it. Because you're doing this once a day. I'm doing this really fast, but just, see how that's welling up like that. And everything gets it. Every single center, every pot, every thing. But of course, you're spending a little more time like this. Everything gets a good soak. All the pots. And that's pretty much it. See the water welling up? That's what you want to achieve. Yeah. These guys. Anything in a pot. Anything in a pot or a bin. And finally, oh, I forgot. Put this on shower, I guess. When you're doing this fence garden, you want to make sure you hit the interesting stuff. Like this is, I think, a good water. These Rose of Sharon, they don't really need it that much, but basically you want to water along the fence because oh, I just love this fence. I love this hose in one hand. Obviously things in pots. The real issue with the fence is you want to get all these iris lilies. I don't know what they are. Give them a good little quick soak. This is a special thing. Yes, didn't have the camera on it. This is like balloon flowers or something. And more balloon flowers. Getting along the fence, of course. Balloon flowers. I've been followed by a balloon flower. Balloon flower. I think this is another one, so I'm not sure what this is. Soak, soak, soaking the lilies. And I think I might have done this before, I'm not sure. Anyways, of course, the rhododendrons get a good soak. This thing. Oh, still recording? Good. This area doesn't always get hit even after 30 minutes. So I make sure this right here gets it. Just this strip right here. The hose should get the rest. That's pretty much it for that. Oh, of course, this area. If it's not soaked, I would say do this. It's some mighty good pooling you got there. Now. Oh. Recording. Gotta love the boom brooms. Alright, so this little guy, this little hydrangea needs extra. I'd say about a minute every day on this thing. It really needs tons of water. I'm not sure where it all goes, but try to go behind it because see, gravity kind of pulls it towards the sidewalk. That guy gets some. And basically all these rhodos get it. I'd say, oh, here it is. There's watering nothing right there. I'd say about 30 seconds. Count to 30. Give it a good soak. This hydrangea, about 20 seconds, you know. But these hydrangeas, 30 seconds. I'm not doing the full 30. 30 seconds each one of these. That's a good soak. And over here, this garden, just, you know, basically make sure the water hits the ground. This asters, see the little flowers. Very nice. Soak, soak, soak. I love it when they flower. Soak, 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 soak. This is like a literal rain for them. This will all be automated someday. And this one, finally, this one that you probably don't notice. This one gets a good soak. Again, 30 seconds. That's pretty much it. And that is the watering tour. I can't think of anything else. I think that's everything.